I'd be curious to ask you this, Dr. Roberts. So, as you know, public schools and universities don't teach people to become millionaires or billionaires. They just that's not in the curriculum. Everybody can't do it. That seems to require a specialized education that goes beyond just what you learn in school. And now I know you went to school. You went to law school, and I'm sure you did very well. But would you say to say a 19-year-old who is trying to become just like you, who says, okay, in 20, 30 years down the line, whatever it is, I want to be able to say I own hotels, I own cell phone companies, I've started, you bought a lot of property, you've done a lot of real estate work. What kind of education would they get to be able to do those things?
Well, the first thing I would say to them is, uh, although the brick and mortar business model continues to exist because people need places to eat, uh, to shop to some degree, even though Amazon is making that more and more difficult for stores to function. Uh, let's face it, there's an emerging world of technology. It's the new revolution, and in that, there are areas that I'm hoping we'll see more of our HBCUs tackle, and that is areas involving artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, the metaverse. Um, I think that cybersecurity is something that will touch, all businesses when it's all said and done. And there needs to be experts and business people who can come in and advise and counsel in these areas. We're going to see autonomous cars, meaning that they'll be driverless. Imagine one day you're going to have a child who's going to school. You're going to put that child in an autonomous vehicle, a driverless vehicle, who will take them to school, but only the teacher would have the code to open the door and let them out. Uh, the future is amazing. Over the next 10 years, and I ask this when I go out and speak to uh, presidents of our HBCUs, our Black colleges and universities. I have a group called the RIG, Roberts Innovation Group. We meet every Thursday morning. And each of the subject matters I just described is an expert. For example, there's a great expert in drone technology. And what we did last summer was go into Mississippi, where one of our members of the RIG group had an elementary school grant. And we actually went in and taught how to operate drones. Uh, we went in with money management. Yes, of course. Why can't a 7 or 8 or 10-year-old learn at that age money management? That's the starting point, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we also had esports, which is one of the great emerging businesses that a 14-year-old can make $100,000, playing in just a few games. But are these areas being explored throughout the inner city areas? And I'm hoping that part of our mission of the RIG mission, is to get out and expose these types of emerging uh, businesses that will take place. And I will add that if, for example, your job is repetitive in nature, uh, you will not have that job within the next 7 to 10 years. What do I mean? Anything that's repetitive in nature, a robot can handle. It'll be cheaper and easier. But somebody has to repair those robots. Somebody has to be able to operate them in many ways and build them, of course.